You know, the tariff issue, I think is still to be determined. I think there could be a ripple effect on steel prices, which obviously lead to equipment prices, equipment manufacturing, which is a ripple effect to our industry. I think it could possibly hamper some of the discussion about how we fund infrastructure, but I think it's to be determined.
Well, I think the biggest problem, I don't think it's a good idea, flat across. The biggest problem I see for it, it won't desperately affect the equipment. My particular company, we buy just domestic steel anyway, but obviously the price has to go up, otherwise there's no purpose in putting in the tariff to start with. So that obviously is going to impact the customers. Steel's going to go up, they're going to have to pay more for the equipment. But really the double whammy is that there's a fairly large amount of steel used in road construction. So any amount of money we're spending on roads is part of it's going to get eaten up just in paying the tariff for the steel that was already there. So.
And I'd stress that on the steel tariff that is proposed, and I'd say we'd like to wait and see what the facts really are. You know, you hear so many different things. You know, Trump does seem to be the kind of guy that likes to float something out there to kind of get the conversation going, and it might change over time. You know, is that part of NAFTA? That's part of his negotiation in NAFTA? Don't know. If it does actually happen, we're concerned because, again, what we do is steel. We don't build stuff out of plastic. So it would have an effect on things, especially. And then, you know, because we're a global company, how does that affect our global business? Wouldn't even understand all that either. So we're cautiously optimistic that cooler heads will prevail at the end of the day, and it was more of a negotiation tactic than anything. But if they decide to implement end of this week, next week, we'll see and react. But it will definitely affect this industry.
You know, that's a great question, and I think there's an obvious answer there. You know, if you raise prices on steel by 25%, things could cost more. But at the same time, there's not enough detail out there at this point to really give an honest answer on that. You know, we don't have the schedule of who's going up and who's going to get the tariffs assessed, and we don't see that yet with clarity. We're waiting on that information. So I think the real answer is going to come out in, you know, the next few weeks, months, however long it takes. I mean, there was to be an announcement on January 1st, and, you know, I don't think that announcement really took place. We just had one last week. So let's wait and see. You know, we do a lot of business here with the producers, and we're going to continue to do that.